Hello again, welcome back to another daily New Vegas. It is October 1st. Let's say October 1st. Oktoberfest. It's probably going around the US right now. Maybe earlier than usual or later than usual, whatever. I mean, I like Oktoberfest. I mean, I don't really do as much drinking for Oktoberfest. I'm more in the lines of a person who samples some alcohol. I mean, I can't really have beer because most beer is gluten, so I can't have that anymore. But I wasn't really so big a beer at the same time. It's more in the lines of like, typically like fruit beer, not fruit beers, you know what I mean? Like, I guess you could call it fruit beers. It's fermented like fruit turned into like alcohol, you know what I mean? Fermented alcohol. So I mean, I like that. I also like certain wines. I can't really say for certain like what kind of wine specifically I like because, like, you know, like it's a dry wine. I don't know if I like dry wine or not because I don't think I do. I don't think I like dry wine. I like so certain Zion Caverns. It just keeps going. These caves. Anyways.
Looks like break time's over.
I like blackberry wine.
I guess that could have gone worse.
That's what I typically get. Like from an actual like local winery that do their thing, not like some cheap Walmart stuff that's put into like a plastic bin or a jug of wine or something weird or some weird barefoot stuff. No. I remember last, what was it, Thanksgiving, Christmas or something like that, I had this wine at somebody's house, and they liked it. I drank it. It was the nastiest of nasty. And they were like, oh, wow, you don't know, you just have bad taste buds. You don't appreciate it. Most the same person who likes cheap, like, Oscar Mayer, like bologna.
Like
I don't even like bologna either, in general. I try to get into it. Maybe if I have organic bologna, maybe I'll like it better. That stuff is highly processed. But I've tried it and it's just like nasty. It was so nasty, like, it took me a while to get the taste out of my mouth. Even later on when I went out to drink, I had some vodka with orange juice. Like, it took a while to get that taste out of me. By then, like, I got tipsy fast. Look, it's that gun. What's so special about that gun? It's that gun. So yeah, it's oh, you stuck over there? Or you just purposely put over there for a reason? Can they even get you? Oh, there we go. I'm a queen, I'm a queen. I'm a bee, what is it? No, I am bee is something else. I'm trying to think of that one song. Live that fantasy. I heard that so many times on the radio. It's like madness. Yeah, so like for me, alcohol is, it's not like a thing that I commonly drink and do and stuff because like, not good for you anyways. Now I get it where they say it's like, oh wow, if you have a little bit of alcohol a day, it's good for you, like red wine and stuff. Okay, well, me, I don't want to, you know, indulge to the point where it's like, oh yeah, by the way, you shouldn't be drinking this much. Yeah, so I don't really drink that much that often. I mean, last time I had a drink was like St. Patrick's Day, so that's been like, you know, 6 months or more. Well, it would have been maybe. Well, yeah, about 6 months. Yeah, about 6 months. Going on 7 months. A lot of people like to overindulge in alcohol. I'm not one of those kind of people. To a point. To a point. Sometimes I could like go a little too overboard with it, but like I don't do it to where it's like often and dangerously, you know, going overboard and stuff. I don't do that. I know my limits. Oh, you know your limits, huh? Yeah, because I've done enough times to know how quickly I can get drunk from certain things. I don't think I ever had whiskey though. I don't know if I don't think I can even have whiskey if it's wheat based. So there's that, I guess. Alright, we'll just see what the hell else is going on here. Caverns this, caverns that. This is like the whole like mod basically is these underground tunnels that are all interconnected. Am I gonna find Good Spring sewers that's gonna crash the game? Or we're gonna find out. I didn't even see like a ladder to get up to the wherever, Boulder City. At least nothing like respawns down here that I know of. I think that stuff the only stuff that respawns is up in the surface world, so. Got a radiation warning sign. That's cool. I would say this about alcohol and any other kind of drugs. Mostly alcohol, because I don't have an experience of any other drugs, other than caffeine. And junk food. Do it responsibly. I'll say that. I'll leave it at that. Gosh darn it. Alright. What is down here, though? Oh, we got into a cave. Okay. Oh, Sgt Beans. Who? The Sgt Beans? Do you not know who he is? The greatest action figure of all time. The greatest superhero. What makes him so different than the other ghouls? I don't know. It's because of his name.
Glad that's over.
Like how they all have like special names, but they don't really have much difference when it comes to combat and stuff. At least with the xenomorphs, you can like take things down, and they're unique compared to like any other. Well, except for like I guess the lizard, but the lizard's carrying like a sword. Very Skyrim-ish. By the way, I did find a device. Good news, I found a device that can connect to my 60 hertz on my new router. It's a Wi-Fi doggle. It connects directly to it. It's only meant for like a few routers that can broadcast the signals. I might consider getting it. Not that expensive either. Why? Well, it's not just because like Wi-Fi, because like That's not what. That's not what. Yeah. That's not what the signal I'm going to try to get from because my max Wi-Fi is already being, you know, processed through my routers right now. My router modem, but it's file transfer. Plug it into my computer and then plug something into my router. Transfer stuff at high speeds. In theory. I would say it would work because signals are going to be crazy fast. I have to be right next to the router, which isn't a problem. I suppose I could probably plug it into a laptop and see if I could detect any 60 hertz Wi-Fi networks around here. See if I could connect to them, like wireless networks. Or at least if it's not wireless wireless networks, but public wireless networks. Oh, Jesus Christ. Get out of there. Holy God. Oh, I'm gonna drown. I can't get out of here. Okay. Wow. That was unexpected. Oh, what? Oh, hi. I'm a fire ant, get it? I shoot fire.
I guess that could have gone worse.
Oh, we got more. In the near future, well, probably not the near future, but someday. Probably, actually, you know what might be the near future. I'm gonna get a modem. Fortunately, I can't find a modem that can handle 10 gigabits.
Glad that's over with.
Which there's no 10 gigabit servers around here unless I do a corporate package business deal. But just something to be future proof. But then, I mean, at least with the one I'm looking at for 2.5 gigabit speeds, like that's not only going to last me
Gone worse?
for the future high speed internet, but also like I can get at least, at the most, I can get 1,000 gigabits. But if I were to do that, I'm going to have to also get a PCI card for my computer or computers. Probably first is this one, but I don't get the other one later anytime soon. And still that sucker in there, and I can do it all Ethernet. Or powerful wireless, like Doggle. This radiation's kicking my butt right now. Of course, maybe the 6 gigahertz thing might give me those speeds with that connection with the Doggle. I mean, it would, I would think. Of course, the downside with the 6 gigahertz is you have to be right in front of the damn router to use it. There's such a short distance. Well, actually, you know what? It might be not only. Oh my God! Look at this. You seeing this? Like I've got max endurance. I've got some sort of, I got like little perks that would help me with the radiation stuff, and like in this suit. Oh, actually, you know what? Speak of the devil. That's right. Okay, that helped a little bit. And we're still getting hit. Advanced radiation suit. Hey, here we go. I don't know what NVG means. Oh, I noticed a difference. Okay, cool. Tubular, dude. I was actually talking to someone recently about them having Wi-Fi issues. I was kind of talking with them. Is like, yeah, you could like. Oh my God! Be careful here. Yeah, it sounds like to me like you're gonna have to probably like. Is there like anything down in here? By the way, oh my God, my toes hurt like hell. Oh my God, I did something to them. Like they randomly hurt me and stuff. It's gotta be my running shoes, like how I'm running and stuff, like everything. Stings. I mean, it's been getting better, but like, I just replaced those shoes. I can't get out of here. Okay, come on. This is getting silly. Is this my fate? No, it's not my fate. What's going on here? Okay, I think we're done going down in that area. I'm done with that radiation. And I was like suggesting, well, it sounds like to me, you could download an app, which I found out a really good one. I'll recommend to you. Actually, I don't have the phone in front of me. It's like Netgear Network Analyzer or Wi-Fi Analyzer. So what you do is you connect to the Wi-Fi network of yours. And then you do a scan, and it'll tell you all these channels and stuff like that, all this data, all these other networks near Boulder Sewer. Did I just come from there? I think I might have. And anyways, actually I think it did. I think I went through there. And anyways, it'll tell you like, yeah, I did. It'll tell you like what all these channels are around you are, right? And so like the whole point with doing that is find out how many channels there are, and then it gives you like the least amount of channels in the area. And the goal is you pick the one with the least amount of channels that are in the vicinity, so it doesn't cause Wi-Fi interference, which decreases speeds and connectivity and stuff like that. And so I was talking to this person. It's like, yeah, you probably need to like change your thing, your channel, and possibly you need a new Ethernet cable if you're using a really old one that's not pulling the speeds you want. And see if well, I'm pretty sure they're okay. So let me back up here. Or not back up here. So like, talk about. Okay, so I was talking about two with them. It's like, you need this. You probably need a new router or modem setup. And it turns out they were actually renting the modem. It's a modem router combo from their ISP. And so they can't make the setting changes that they want for channel stuff, which sucks. Royally sucks. I know because I've used that crappy technology of an ISPs, because they spy on you too on the devices, because it's like, oh, look at that, it's personalized, and we can just keep track of you even harder. And we can't make the settings. Now they could probably just flash it. It's like suggesting like you could probably just flash it, but then it's like, but then you're gonna have to probably pay like I don't know how many hundreds of dollars to something that's not even worth hundreds of dollars. We return it to be like, what the hell happened to our firmware on this thing? And they'll consider it as damage, I'm pretty sure. Just like when you flash a router you buy from a manufacturer, it voids your warranty. Just like when you flash phones, which I'm thinking about flashing my phone to a what do you call it, OS something. What was it? Lineal OS. But I want to make sure I research everything with it before I do it. Figure out, like, you know, the kinks. You know, figure out if I need to back it up this way and all that. Make sure my carrier is compatible with this phone, because just because the phone can be compatible doesn't mean like anything. Oh my God! What is? Oh. You don't have your suit on. That's what you get your butt kicked. Oh, I hope I ever saved it at some point in the beginning. I don't think I did. But just because the phone could be compatible with the OS doesn't mean that the carrier device, the devices. Okay, so the device that the phone carrier has slight different modifications to it, to where they're not compatible. So some things, so you can buy like devices that are open to all carriers. There's certain phones you can do that. The catch is you have to pay everything up in front at once, and they can get very pricey. Now, I've done that, you know, many years ago through a phone company. But then I was locked into a 2-year plan. That's what it was at the time for those things. Now it's like you can make payment plans with your phone and lock in there for so many months, as long as you're making the payments every month. It's like, you know, paying on a house or something, sort of. Only no increase, like interest rates, unless maybe you like you miss a payment or something, or you're late on a payment. Which mine goes auto withdrawal, so that, you know, makes things less complicated. And now the thing is, I do have some limited form of protection for like a limited warranty. I could buy like a, you know, a setup where it's like, oh, you could pay this now, and they'll fix whatever, as long as you have the plan. Now the catch is, if I flash it, then it's going to get rid of my warranty. And I don't think that plan's going to cover me either. I gotta make damn sure if I'm going to go through it to do it right and not to screw up my phone, like for any other thing. And I'm going to assume maybe those apps are going to work the same on this new operating system. I mean, I think it would. I mean, they just de-Googlefy a lot of stuff, except for the hardwired stuff that's in there, the chips. Because Google wants to know everything you're doing. Of course, I deleted a bunch of bloatware on there and everything, so it limits it. I can probably get a de-Googled phone, but that'd be like an outdated phone that's going to cost quite a bit of money. And I mean, I guess you could make the argument, well, privacy comes with cost, and if you want your privacy even better than before, then you can do that and just deal with the sacrifice of cost and features involved. Because it'd be trendy to have something high-tech that tracks you. Over the years, I've been very careful with how I put stuff, you know, out there, because it's like with you know, ads and stuff like that. Like I use ad blockers. I've been lately using DNS blocking based systems that catches even more stuff. It's nice. And then I have YouTube Vance on my phone, which is real nice. The right YouTube Vance, because I screwed up before a couple of times where I thought I got the legit one. And then eventually when they make a certain update, it's like, oh, pay for our services. And oh, you get a limit here. No. The real one doesn't tell you to do that. And I got this one installed like the last month or so. And it's a lot better than the other ones. It's really nice. They got a feature on there. I don't even know how the heck it works. For the most part, it blocks sponsored stuff, sponsored clips. You know, when you're watching a video on YouTube. And this is the biggest thing I don't like about YouTube videos these days. I mean, they have to do it required by law. It's saying that they were sponsored by whatever. But it's like, it's a pain to watch a video. It's like, this video is sponsored by whatever, right? You have to skip through and everything. Or they have an option on YouTube Vance where it's like, you can just, you know, it's got this algorithm where I could tell if it's being sponsored by something. I don't know how that stuff works. Because usually, I mean, a lot of times it's like, guess you got like sections on YouTube and stuff for certain videos. It tells you like, okay, scroll through here to see about this section of the video, whatever. That's for bigger YouTubers that got like that kind of thing set in place with a partner program and stuff. So you don't have that like in there for like sponsor or whatever most of the time. And so somehow they got like an algorithm. Maybe it detects based on like speech or something. I don't know, because it would catch stuff about like annoying like reminders to like and subscribe, and it catches things too about like what else, like Patreons, all sorts of stuff. Maybe it is voice recognition. I don't know. I really don't know. It's something very like different. I've never seen that before. And it's blocking ads. That's another big thing too. So like this thing has a lot of these features. So it blocks ads, which is like excellent because that's exactly what I want. And then it's also like it blocks blocks these sponsored stuff and everything, sponsors and promotions and whatever. These annoying nuisances that I just can't like stand. Because I don't like to, you know, fast forward through a video. Because it's like, oh, this is sponsored by NordVPN. Oh, this is sponsored by this. You know what I mean? And again, like I said, it's like, it's just annoying. They have to do that. That's the thing. If they're getting sponsored, they have to put it in their video. But for me, it's like I just don't want to. Just don't want to do it, man. I get it. Like the company wants you to promote it and stuff, and you have to by law. But those are like a big deal breakers for me. And not only that, so this version of the right version of YouTube Vance, I can screen, what do you call it? Screen share it? No, that's it. Okay, so like this Chromecast, like a casting. You know what I mean? You cast your screen onto like another device, like a Doggle, like a Google Chrome Doggle, not Chrome, but Chromecast Doggle or something, or smart TVs, which I don't have a smart TV. Probably never will get a smart TV. I don't care for smart TVs. I've heard some. I already heard enough about those smart TVs versus like. Okay, I don't want to be tracked and everything. Or force me to see a bunch of ads on there and all sorts of crap. Like, no. I want a TV that just to be a TV. Not like a TV. Well, it's technically a computer. TVs are, but then you're making it more of a supercomputer. Oh my God! We found the outside. I thought we were just too deep on the ground to be finding the outside. You got cabs and doors too. I don't even know where you're running off to, but we're going back in. Well, there's that, I suppose, after that long tunnel. Where are we, anyways? Holy Christ. It's like Boulder City is like around over here somewhere. We're like way over, all the way up here too earlier. That's freaking nuts. So yeah, I have that in place. Plus I have like a DNS filter thing connected to my VPN like app. So it'll filter through the DNS on there, because if I would have turned on my VPN, I'm connected to my, connection or something, it's going to defeat the purpose of the DNS thing already put on my router. So I got 2 layers of protection. So that's cool. Plus I got like a couple of browsers that are de-Google-fied and everything else. Like Firefox, Google Chrome. There are de-Google-fied, non-tracking versions. Yeah, Firefox could say all they want with not tracking people, but they're being funded by Google. Conflict of interest. And they're making like suspicious blog posts about privacy stuff, and they're making bold claims what they should be doing to people with content. We're doing it for your privacy. I don't even trust Brave either. Like, I signed in a Netflix account when I had a Netflix account through Brave, and then all of a sudden I got hacked. Like the same day or so, or the day after. And it's official Netflix website. My password wasn't even like guessable either. Pretty strong. So I had to change the password. I was getting logged in elsewhere. I'm like, okay. That, and there's suspicious activities with Brave, so like, nah. I think Brave is like a rehash to Firefox. And you get these points if you do stuff with Brave and all that. And I'm like, I don't know, that's I don't need like a point system to where it's like, hey, you're doing a good thing to keeping your privacy in check and stuff. You could do all these different things, and you get points, you could exchange it for things. Yeah, no. No, thank you. I'll stay away from that. Yeah, if you get 10 billion points, you get $5. I get it. There's an incentive with it and stuff. Trying to encourage people to be more, privacy conscious. But I just don't trust the system. That's the thing. It's like you can't really trust everything for anything. You know what I mean? Companies come and go. Companies get bought out and stuff like that, and then they change a whole different dynamic of things. I'm not trying to be too controversial with this, but it's like you have to be kind of careful with a lot of these places, a lot of these websites and stuff like that. Like with Parler, I have nothing against parlor per se. It's an interesting idea that you know, for privacy's sake and yada yada. Why is it? Oh, there's two different ways. Okay. You know what? Let's actually try something here, rather than going all the way frick back, which would just take frickin' forever. We'll go through these doors and just teleport. Fiend hideout. All right, we're gonna just go over there. And it's just that I mean, companies usually make a claim. A bold claim is like, "Oh, this is for your privacy." Da da da. But as they grow bigger, or if they're losing money and some other company buys it out, you know, all sorts of different factors, it's like they change their whole dynamic of their promises and stuff like that. They change their minds of things. And it's not an uncommon thing to happen. It's kind of like with this whole, all right, you're getting all controversial here. And before you say anything about my Apple or an Android like fanboy, well, I'm far from that. I prefer Android because at least I can, to some degree, customize my device a little bit better than, say, Apple. You know, using other people's apps and app stores and stuff like that, and not be denied of a lot of things. And the device doesn't break easily. And I mean, I had an iPad. Those things crack easily, and the cost of fixing them is outrageous. I'm not gonna go on a tangent with Apple or Android, but I just have a different preference. Is all. Choosing Android over, yeah. Even though both devices are spying on me just as much. But you got all these promises where it's like, you know, privacy and stuff, but it's not. If Apple was a very privacy-friendly device, you know, Apple want to make me like. Make as much like profit as Android. Android, Google. That's my opinion.
Incoming.
I'm being sincere. Why lose out a bunch of money of not selling people's data? There's my philosophy with that. I don't know why I keep going back and forth with freaking with this like that, but you know, get sucked in so quickly, my dear. We don't even need this. Okay. I like how there's just so much stuff spawning. I mean, I did that myself because I put in the settings when I was installing the mod. It's like, yeah, just spawn some more stuff for me. Are we going back here again? Didn't I already found like a thing in here before? Little dancing leg bone and hip bone. Anyways, what was I going off about? Okay, so I was talking about Parlor, yeah. Like I don't trust that either. This is damn thing. Oh, I see. Oh yeah, we're going through the whole tunnel system again. I think. Shit. Okay. No. Still the wrong way. Oh no, maybe that's, yeah, wherever. Let's see. Actually, no, you know what? Now, oh no, this is the beginning of the whole long tunnel series. Just gotta find a way to get over there. All right, maybe we gotta go around this way. Doing this again. No. Sometimes when I sneeze, I might pull a little bit of stress in my throat like that. Excuse me. I was out to the grocery store. Excuse me, my throat's kind of. Hold on a second here. Give it some time for my throat to kind of adjust, because sometimes if I sneeze a certain way or whatever, it does that. Kind of put a little stress in my throat. Yeah, I went out getting a couple of groceries earlier. I looked up at the sky. It's like, there's 15% chance of rain I saw on the forecast, and so I got it back in and got an umbrella or whatever. Or no, I brought an umbrella with me already. And sure enough, like, a little bit of a strong wind came through, and just a little bit of rain. And then it went away. So I was like, all right, that's a good thing I brought it with me. Just because it says 15% chance doesn't mean like you're gonna have something crop up here and there. And it did. We need more rain though. Oh, like how it tells me, oh, go back here. Yeah, so I did that. Got a couple errands done too today. Did my Isaac videos, got those uploaded. You know, speaking of Wi-Fi, I was talking about Wi-Fi earlier, about someone that I knew was having Wi-Fi issues. Their signal kept dropping stuff. I remembered, at least a couple of years ago, I checked out this laptop at this place for about a week. And I had some temporary software I installed on there. Why is this gate locked? Had temporary software installed on there for network examination stuff. And I was at their place and their apartment, and they were telling me about, like, you know, their Wi-Fi data, which they had like a data cap from their ISP, was kicking in hit so quickly. Stuff. Like, okay. Well, let me connect to it to see how many connections are on there, see if anyone's on the network or something. Sure enough, I found 2 devices, somebody's cell phone,
Come on.
or maybe 2 cell phones, and a PS4, which they didn't have a PS4 at the time. Somebody was like hard-lined into it, or something. Actually, no. Okay, so the PlayStation 4 was hardlined. Somehow into the network, which I think maybe it's an apartment thing where the whole network is being shared into one thing, so it might be showing like. Actually, you know what? I didn't even know how Oh, okay, hold on a second here. So it shows that it's hardline, but it's connected to the network. Which I'm confused. If it's connected to the network, that's a Wi-Fi network. The only way it could get hardlined is if it's connected to the router or the Ethernet cable. I don't know, it might have been a glitch or something. Maybe it's already, I don't know. I'm assuming like maybe it was plugged in to the same internet as, or no, it wasn't even a business account either. This kind of apartment setup. Because usually, you know, in bigger cities at least, they have like, they have things in place where they have like the whole Wi-Fi system, not Wi-Fi system, they have the whole account. Same account, but it's like slightly different, but they're all kind of grouped together so everyone can just use the internet collectively in the same building. So I think they have something similar, only they have to get individual accounts themselves, so there's nothing like that. So I assume maybe it's showing that hardline for some reason, but it still doesn't explain how it's like connected to their network. I assume the PlayStation 4 was connected to the network directly instead of whatever they had. Anywho, getting back to the point, so they had like PS4 and these two phones and stuff. And I told this person about it, and they were just pissed. I mean, I'd be pissed too. You're paying out the butt for like overage fees for someone stealing your Wi-Fi, and this is from, turns out, coming from someone upstairs, which is a, you know, two apartments in one building, theirs and this person I was helping. And they were living upstairs. And so I told them about it. They changed the password, right? Suggested they change the password, so they did. And the instant that they changed the password, this person I was helping with heard person up the stairs screaming and getting pissed. Like almost immediately. Getting in a fight with the husband and stuff. Or boyfriend or whatever. So and she's thinking what could have happened was she was probably giving her password to somebody or whatever that she was there, and probably because of how thin the walls were or something, or maybe she was loud enough for them to hear that they typed in the password and they're secretly stealing their internet. Now unfortunately the company is corporate, crappy. I say corporate crappy company because they're pretty sleazy and they like to gouge people. Crappy service. Couldn't really do anything about it. Now, what she could have done was take them to small claims court if she showed proof that they were on the network prior to cutting them off, and get your damages paid. Now, it'd be kind of hard to like prove, though. I suppose, you know, how much data they were taking out of you. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, there's software on there you can like do to see how much data is being pulled off and everything, but they didn't have everything set up prior, so I need to get something kind of set up for that too on my router. I think that's possible. Just curiosity's sake. Not just for like a security's sake, but more on the lines of just curiosity's sake. See how much data I'm pulling for each of my devices. Like through my router, telling me that. Get that repaired again. Well, I suppose that could be useful because they have it just kind of put it in place ahead of time, because if I ever find like someone on my network and I have a data cap, it's all set there. If you ever get a data cap for service, it's all set. If anything happens. And then I have proof that it's coming from this network and stuff, and the device name. I didn't authorize to, you know, have them on there either. We came from these doors. No, we did not come from these doors. It sounds like a lot of cybersecurity stuff. You know, my personal home, to a degree. It is. It's nice. It'd be nice to get everything set up like that. It can be done. It just takes time and research. But yeah, they unfortunately, they didn't have internet for a while because, like, they couldn't afford it because of the fees and stuff, and then, like, everything else. So they went without internet for months, many months. And till finally they got the service again. Which they can't really use too much because of, yeah, Wi-Fi issues. They can't, I mean, they can't to a point, but like it's not as stable as what they want it to be. They just need to get their own modem and router combo. Quit your whining. All right. How will you make me? Get out of my way. I know it's around here somewhere, darn it. Okay, right in front of me. Is it in the safe? I think it might be. No, it's not. Okay. I'm very careful about password stuff with my Wi-Fi too. Like, oh, there it is.
Oh,
You sure nobody hears me?
I'll do my best.
I give it out to someone when they're here. Like the Trapper's Pass. Someone on Steam is playing Scum on my friends list. I remember when I wanted to play that years before it came out. It looked kind of interesting, but then after I kind of watched a little bit of videos when it did get released, I'm like, I changed my mind. That's a lot too much strategy for me. I'm only big on strategy to a point. But yeah, that 60 hertz doggle is like freaking nuts. USB, I could plug it in there. Probably work better if I use the USB 3.0, which I do have some on my computer, believe it or not. When I built this thing. It turns out, by the way, when I said the other day, if I said it in this video or Isaac video, that my router has more megahertz than for CPU than my computer, I was wrong. I was looking at my dedicated RAM. Why are you looking at me like that? instead of my actual CPU. My actual CPU's got 3300 megahertz. Probably doesn't sound like much for a modern computer right now with a CPU like that. But back then, that was a lot. So this one's about, yeah, a little less than half for my router compared to my CPU on my computer. Nothing wrong with that. I mean, that's as fast as I can get for a consumer router right now.
Break time's over.
I need that to get decent like VPN speeds for like a split connection. Originally, I was going to make it to where it's going to be a, you know, full connection that everybody's going to have it, including me, with whether I have a device or not on there, that has the, you know, software. But then I kind of thought if I split off the connection, then I can have guests on there, and then I don't have to deal with anything else with whatever. So everything would be protected, everybody's devices, and a lot less tracking and pinpointing and all that. Plus it's got the DNS stuff on there on top of it. Be like, I can't like do this or that because of the ad blocker. Well, turn on your data. Shouldn't be too much of an issue in many cases, but then could be with other certain little things, but whatever.
When I find you, I'm gonna eat your spleen.
Well, that's a lot of blood, man. In my opinion, if you did that. And I'm itching too.
Time's over.
Well, these are fiends. I guess that makes sense. Fiends hide out.
What a shame.
These guys are like small potatoes compared to like the tech fiends, the techies.
Looks like break time's over.
Yeah, the modem I think about getting in the future. Get to handle higher speeds, of course, but then also like it's got a DDoS denial of service protection. Which actually I've been denial of service once before, believe it or not, through my connection. I forgot what the context was. I guess it was like some kind of a person I was talking to through a messenger or whatever, messaging service. And it's like, hey, we're gonna cripple your network doing that. That's just an added benefit. I didn't care much about denial of service attacks because like I'm not really hosting a website, and of course that's not gonna like do any good with my modem to like host a website to protect that. It's only for my personal network. Look, it's Walter White. His name was Henry. That's all you need to know about him.
Here we go.
Yep, so there's that, I guess. Now, would it be pretty dope to get like 10 gigabit speeds? Yeah, but I really just don't know what told what to do with it, you know? Besides like uploading videos and downloading games super fast, like I'm not. I mean, I suppose I could stream 4K stuff pretty quickly, but then it's like the only 4K streaming device that has a screen is my phone. Still in the Stone Age with 1080p TV. I got from Walmart. I don't think my Xbox can stream 4K. This is a first generation Xbox One. Henry's Diary. Property of the Fiends. Oh, there's a little lore about the guy we just killed. That's so cool. It's a good time to end things here, though. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.